Hey, what's going on, everybody? So this is the second day of fall practices. A lot to see in day one. Got to see the whole thing. Same thing for day two. Once again, don't get to film everything, but I will say that I'll be looking forward to seeing some different things today. I really felt like I focused on the skill positions yesterday with the wide receivers, obviously the quarterbacks, but I really want to take a look at the offensive line a little closer today, and maybe take a little bit deeper look into the defensive line as well. So those are some things I'll be looking forward to in today's practice. Other things you want to see are guys that did well yesterday. You want to see them continuing to have good days. Once again, early on, not full pads, but you still want to see guys perform and do well. So definitely looking forward to today. Very curious to see how it all shakes out. Be sure to stay tuned. So we're getting ready to do a passing drill, multiple quarterbacks, multiple receivers, so it's a little hard to see where the ball's going each time. One thing I've noticed so far just early in practice, quarterbacks are doing a pretty good job of finding their receivers early on. And one of the things with the receivers, they know it's a competitive battle. They know they got to come out here each and every day and perform, or they're going to slide down the depth chart. And same as day one, the top group of receivers were Mike Harley, Charleston Rambo, and Keyshawn Smith in that top group. One thing that was neat to see on that third team, you saw all three freshman wide receivers, Romello Brenson, Rashard Smith, and Jacoby George, with Jake Garcia throwing them the ball. Just look at Cody Brown, freshman running back out of Georgia, number 24. Just looking at the running backs also, there's Don Chaney Jr., number 2. We saw Jalen Knighton. Number 4 in there. So going same drill, they're just flipping the field here. Taking a look at Will Mallory. I thought he did good yesterday. I think that was a good start for Will. I know he's excited to be that true number 1 tight end for the Hurricanes. Once again, he should have a big season, stay healthy. Should be very productive. This is Daz Worsham. Changed his number, so he's wearing 19. A few other guys. There's George, number 15. Let's look at Elijah Arroyo, 80 here. There's a lot to like about Elijah. Strikes me as a guy that's just going to get better and better as he gets more reps in practice. I think working with Will is going to be good for him in his development, and also he doesn't have the high pressure of being the guy this season. He's also a guy I think that could definitely compete or be that number 2 tight end, and it wouldn't surprise me at all to see him get some catches at some point during the season. But again, a lot to like about him. This guy's really intriguing to me. This is 83 Michael Redding III. A lot of you have been asking about him. Why don't we hear more about him? I don't think there's any question he is a guy to watch for this fall. There's been times in his career at Miami that it looked like he was going to emerge from the group. You could tell that the coaches do like him. He's got to stay healthy. That's been a little bit of an issue since he's been at UM, but I think there's a lot to like with Mike, and I think he's someone to watch for right now, kind of running with the second unit. As I mentioned earlier, though, there's a lot of guys on that second group of receivers looking to prove themselves. A little break here. See the defensive backs on the far end of the field. So look at the defensive linemen once again on the far end of the field, working on staying low through these drills and obviously exploding as well. Here's Leonard Taylor, number 56. Elijah Roberts, 99. You see Jabari Ishmael, former high school teammates there at Columbus, 93. I know many of you have also asked about this group in terms of who will step up, kind of be that leader. I know Nesta is looking to be that guy. I think 13, DeAndre Johnson, keep an eye on him as being like a leader, guy that's played a lot of football in the SEC before transferring to Miami. I think he can give him some real production there at the defensive end spot, as well as leadership, which will be key for this group. It's a group that I find very interesting because, once again, there's a lot of guys looking to prove themselves and have strong seasons. And I think the defense relies on this group to be good. There were things that Jalen Phillips and Quincy Roche were able to do last year that this group of defensive ends aren't able to do. So it's going to be tough to replace them. But I know this group is still looking to be a solid group. Manny Diaz has talked quite a bit about the defensive line being so important in his defense. They always want to get tackles for loss. They do a good job of getting that, making it a point of emphasis, but also delivering. I think Jess Simpson back should certainly help a lot of these guys as well. See the wide receivers coming into picture. There's Restrepo 7, Romelo Brunso 0. Let's just take a look at the receivers here. So we're going short routes.
Oh my God, damn.
This nice catch by Brinson, and obviously Restrepo coming right into action. I'm going to go ahead and back off of this. Was not expecting this drill. Going to stay out of the way.
There you go.
So as you can see in this drill, the receivers, obviously they're working on catching the ball in the end zone, but some of the keys is obviously that good footwork at the line of scrimmage. And they're trying to set up the defender and getting that one last push, setting them up and then coming to the outside. You can see that's what Coach Likens is having them work on here. And obviously the quarterbacks are trying to deliver good balls where only the receiver can get to it. Footwork off the line of scrimmage. Now we're working on some back shoulder stuff.
Come on, man. Good job. Put it away. That looks good right there, Keyshawn.
It's a good catch by Keyshawn. You saw that in the spring game. Obviously, you know about his downfield ability with his speed. But being a complete receiver is also making catches in traffic inside the red zone. Nice finish by Xavier. I think he got his foot in bounds, so it's good bounce back rep out of Xavier after missing that first one. It's Brashard Smith wearing 12. It's a tough play. It's coming out of fast. The arms of the quarterback in tight windows. It's one of the adjustments for high school guys coming from high school to college, just the quality of throws from their quarterback. And there's a lot happening. Once again, trying to get off the line of scrimmage, got your defender with tight coverage, trying to keep your feet in bounds. There's just a lot going on. So I'm going to take a look at another position group. We've seen a lot of these receivers and the quarterbacks, running backs coming down. Let's see if I can take a look at the offensive linemen on the other end of the field. One thing that stood out to me with the team group that we didn't get to film on, but we're able to be out here, is we got to see the first team rep. Once again, they're coming in close. I'm going to back off. But on that first team rep on team drills, saw Jalen Rivers, a left guard. So I think that's an interesting thing to watch for, but I think they're just going to rotate a lot of guys in. Once again, a lot of guys with experience, guys who've started games, and a guy like Jalen who's shown promise as a young player, looking to crack through even though he does not have that experience as the other guys. It's tough. I do want to show you guys the offensive line, but just the way the drills are set up, it's tough to stay out of the way. Let's see if we can find an opening here. As far as the rest of the offensive line, I think it's interesting what we're seeing with DJ Scaife, kind of playing some guard and tackle already in different drills. You know, he's talked about wanting to play tackle more. We've seen him at left tackle in that second group. There's a look at Navon Donaldson. Expecting a big year out of him, 55. There's Justice, number 70, the transfer from UNLV. Chris Washington, 72. There's Jared Williams, 62. McLaughlin, 79. So it's hard to see them go through the drills at this point. Once again, the quarterbacks and receivers really doing some work here. Another close-up look at Jalen. Taney, Michael Parrott, 41. Just a reminder on the quarterbacks, you got Derek King 1, Garcia's 13, Van Dyke 9, Peyton Matoka 17, and then walk-on Ryan Rizek 16. So if you guys are seeing the numbers, this Cam Harris 23, talking with Jake.
Just a little bit higher. Hold that line. Hold the line. Yes. Nice. Nicely done. Separate late. Don't separate too early. Lean on him. Lean. Nice. Let's go. That's how we do. Beat him up. Lean. That's it. That's much better. Close your eyes. Lean on him. Yes. Lean. He get physical with you, Coach Doug. Get on down there, Coach. Nice. Good. Let him lock down that Coach. It leaves the quarterback's hand. It's your responsibility no matter where it's at. Not to go. Lean. Double kill me, you're slowing him. Separate late. I got Rashad's bit. This ain't low, man. Oh! I got Rashad's bit.
No, I'm not really looking.
Come on! Go! Get back,
Optimus Prime over there. Don't do that. It will, yeah. That would be it would be.
So I'm over here on the other side of the field. Took a while to get over here, but now we're working on watching the safeties track the ball back, getting defensive backs. Footwork is key. See Coach Robinson here.
Good job, you two. Good, here we go. Lay down there, Bob, after you.
That's Brian Ballance, 27. 24 is Cam Kitchens. See 25 here, Keyshawn Washington. And 0, James Williams. So the safety's on one end and then the corners nearby here. There's Tyreek Stevenson, number 2. There's not a lot going on with the cornerback drill. Working on their reads. See the linebackers down here. A lot of attention on the linebackers this fall. Who will step up? They have experienced guys. but certainly guys looking to play better. There's 44 Jennings and 4 Keontra Smith. Made the position change in the spring. See the defensive line working on some drills through the pylons. They're just ripping through there. Just a quick thought on Leonard, seeing him go through that rep. A lot of people are wondering if kind of playing time he'll have early in the season. It's a group that returns some experience. The key for Leonard will be just repetitive, consistent, quality days at practice. You know, coaches are certainly aware of talent at all positions, but they want to make sure that they can trust the guys to run the plays that are called, have some consistency, and then they'll get in the games more. So doing that for a young player in practice is so important. We're getting ready to wrap up our viewing period. A lot of receivers made plays today. Not a surprise, we saw it the day before. Once I mentioned some of them already. Mike Harley made some nice plays as well. Cameron Harris in the running game. I thought Jalen Knighton looked good as well, making some double cut moves, really showing his speed there. But I do think with the offensive, you know, just in general, the way it's kind of shaken out, you know, you got Will Mallory there at tight end, and the receivers, you know, there's different options there, and the running backs. And Rhett was asked, Coach Lashley was asked about the running backs, how they're doing. He feels like all three are doing well. So it's still going to be a battle, and basically Rhett was also talking about how, look, when the guys get pads on, they're really going to be able to evaluate guys more, and they are going to be able to have their pads on the next day. Unfortunately, the media, not only can we not watch practice or film it, but we can't be out there, and we won't be able to ask questions afterwards either. So it might be a couple days before we do some more updates, but definitely appreciate everybody for chiming in and staying tuned, and glad you guys like these live from campus episodes here right after practice. I want to give you guys as much information as possible, but for more content, you can always go to InsideTheU.com for plenty of content there. Also check out the videos. You're gonna have more stuff, drills, one-on-ones, commentary during practice, so definitely be sure to check out the channel if you haven't yet. Subscribe and like the video as well. So definitely thank everybody. Hopefully you guys got some information here. I know there's a lot more to get to, a lot of different players. Just real quick, one thing I forgot to mention, Marcus Clark actually had a nice interception. Sometimes we don't focus on the DBs enough, but he had a nice interception on Restrepo. Restrepo finished the day with a nice touchdown in a red zone offense, so he finished off practice. So just the last couple nuggets before we get out of here, but definitely thanks for watching and take care.